I haven't played the trumpet for 8 years. Can I really get my chops up to snuff in just a month's time? Check it out. Even though it was a challenging month for me, I learned way more than I thought that I could about the trumpet. There's a beast called improvisation that I was always taunted with in high school because I never felt like I had the time. I never felt like I was good enough. But this month, besides trying to get my chops back in shape to be able to play, even just the normal range of a trumpet player, I practiced improvisation for quite a long time, every day, and it was so fun. As I've been learning all the other instruments, that's also helped to kind of get a feel for chords and music theory. But I was able to apply that to the trumpet, and I learned that I was able to make music that was fun to listen to and fun to play, and it just took some practice. So what I came away with that was that you can learn some of these things that you've been putting off for so long if you just decide to focus on it and just be diligent, I suppose. Through this process, I learned a few things, and I'm going to share with you. For those of you who are trying to come back to a brass instrument or thinking about coming back to a brass instrument, there's a couple things you may run up against. The first thing is that your embouchure it's no joke. Really, it's not. You can be practicing for years, and if you take off even a few months' time, your embouchure will go out of shape. But what I did learn is if you learned proper embouchure techniques, that to get back into shape, it doesn't take as much time. I unfortunately didn't learn proper embouchure techniques, and I got into some really bad habits where I use pressure from the mouthpiece against my face to get to the high notes, and it's very common for if you're just playing in high school and junior high, to not really learn the process and the patience that it takes to learn how to play the trumpet without mouthpiece pressure. And so even back then, when I was in my best shape that I've ever been, I still couldn't play for very long without my lips being tired. And so I'm finding, so this month or this time around, I tried to learn other techniques, and I can really see that if I had proper practice procedures from the beginning, from day one, that I could get into shape a lot faster. So your mileage may vary. If you've had proper training, then you will probably do better than I did in just a month's time. And one person I really learned a lot from as far as better technique to get to the higher notes is Brian Davis. Has an excellent channel. I highly recommend it. And he has a playlist called the A to Z playlist, Trumpet A to Z. And I wish I had found it the first day, because I kind of did a lot of searching on different YouTube videos and was more overwhelmed than helped. He has a fantastic series that has a lot of help for those of you who are trying to get back into the trumpet or who are learning trumpet for the first time, and those who are trying to get to some higher notes. So check out his channel. The second thing I learned is that trumpet really needs a tutor. Now, YouTube is great, and I think it's a completely fine place to start if you don't want to pay for a tutor, but I really felt many times that I am probably making mistakes, and I don't have necessarily the best technique. That would have been really helped if I had just had someone to say, hey, you're doing this wrong, or try this, and just helping me experiment and learn how to, so I can improve my technique faster, so I don't have to run through as many roadblocks. So that's the second thing I'll share. If you really want to improve on a brass instrument, just find someone who knows what they're doing that can help you find a proper embouchure that doesn't require you to mash the trumpet into your face to get to those high notes. The third thing I learned is that really it takes longer than a month to get into the shape that you need to play a brass instrument. Like I said, it's no joke to learn that embouchure, and really I think to get to a point where you can really start playing songs, it will take about 2 to maybe even 3 months to get back into shape. I used this time as a kind of a learning opportunity to see how far I could get in 30 days. And I learned a lot, and I learned some things that I want to do next time once I pick up the trumpet again. But definitely, this is an instrument where the motor skills are so fine that it requires more time to get your quote-unquote chops into shape. This month, I'm going to be back into piano, and I'm really excited for this month. So make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be learning a lot more about other instruments, and if you want to learn more about instruments and music in general, this is the right place to be. Thanks for watching.